Hey, hold on. Hold. Bag up, Terry. Put in reverse, Terry. Put in reverse. Oh, Lord, jeez. What you doing, Terry?
Hey, Sooner football fans. This is your Sooner football fans podcast. You got Terry and Rob here. Boomer Rob.
Boomer Terry.
And we are coming at you from the beautiful Podcast Palace in Norman, Oklahoma.
Where we are not affiliated with the University of Oklahoma.
But we do have eligibility left. I would have said corona-free. Still corona-free. We still are corona-free.
Oh, I was going to say, have you got the Rona?
But Caleb is on, I guess, self-quarantine. He's been around somebody who tested positive. So,
man, I want to be on some self-quarantine.
Really? Well, aren't you kind of, Rob, really?
Well, kind of.
You know, you work, you go home, you know, you don't have a dog.
Nope.
You don't have a cat.
Nope.
You don't have a parrot.
Nope.
You don't have a mouse.
Although a parrot would be kind of fun.
A parrot or cockatiel or cockatiel.
Yeah, something to, make cat calls at women or something.
But anyway, Caleb's doing fine. The one thing we want to talk about before we get rolling is our book giveaway. It is fast approaching our time for the Toby Rowland personalized, not engraved. What's the word, Rob? I always forget. Inscribed.
Yep.
By Toby Rowland, the voice of the Sooners himself. Unhitch the Wagon, the story of Boomer and Sooner Christmas book giveaway. It's a perfect stocking stuffer gift for that Sooner in your family, no matter what age. Like we've said, I believe it is a must-have for all Sooner fans, much like Bootlegger's Boy is a must-have. I don't have it. I've read it, but I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, I don't have it either.
But it's a must-get. But you can get an autographed copy on their website. And guess what, folks? Yes, you've seen it on Twitter and on Facebook. The T-shirts are back in stock, back available. The official OU Toby Rowland Unhitch the Wagon T-shirts. Go to www.unhitchthewagon.com and order your T-shirt now for another great stocking stuffer, or just not stocking stuffer. It's more prestigious than a stocking stuffer, don't you think?
Yeah, it's just something you kind of got to have.
Yeah.
It's a good story, obviously written by the voice of the Sooners, so everybody should have one.
Yeah, but you can get the book there, a signed copy there. You can get the books at Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com, Homeland Stores, Love Country Stores.
I think you can even come to the coaches show and get one.
Yeah, if I think we got one more left, don't we, for the year?
One more left for the year.
We thought this last night was the last, but in turn,
my gosh, Xavier's just draining threes from everywhere.
Yeah. We got the Oklahoma. Is it Xavier or Xavier?
I think it's just Xavier.
Yeah. How does X make a Z sound? How is that?
Like this, Xavier.
But that goes against everything we were taught in English class, doesn't it?
Yep. I mean, we don't say Xerox.
Xerox.
Or do you say Xerox?
X makes a Z sound when it's at the beginning. I don't know. Anyway. The Sooners are getting it put on, but they've only had 2 games. We've been bitten by the Rona here in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Sports, but we are Sooners are coming off of a big Bedlam win, and then 2 weeks off, I guess.
Yep.
And then a Baylor win, and getting ready to take on the Mountaineers.
A lot closer game than everybody thought in the Baylor game, huh?
Good Lord. Well, first let's get the Okie Stank game off our chest.
Okay. Little Bedlam.
41-13. I don't think I didn't think it was going to be that lopsided. It was a butt kicking from the first kickoff.
Well, I got to be honest with you. The Kansas State game, the Iowa State game, the games that we lost, everybody puts that in the loss column. But I'm telling you, we dominated those games for the first half. I mean, we're capable of that.
Right.
So, honestly, I just didn't think they would be able to block our defensive line, and that's kind of what it came down to. They just couldn't – they just didn't have time to, to make – and we had good coverage.
Yeah.
Good coverage. Defense was playing really well. So I really didn't think I didn't think Baylor was going to be able to stop us, but Oklahoma State could not stop us.
Well, I mean, and that's the deal. They couldn't stop us, and then our defense, the front seven, that front four is just eating everybody's lunch.
They're good.
I mean, this last game, Baylor, they were batting down, footballs like they were flies at a barbecue.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. We've been talking about Ronnie Perkins. We've been talking about Perrion Winfrey.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's Isaiah Thomas who is really showing out.
Yeah. And I mean, that group as a whole is just flat out whooping everybody's tail. And
I'm gonna tell you something. John Michael Terry, he's a good football player. Did I say his right? Is it Michael John Terry or Michael Terry John?
I don't know. So somebody will correct you, Rob.
Yeah,
so it has a Terry and a Michael and a John in it.
It's in some order.
It's John Michael Terry.
Some random order there.
Yeah, let me scroll through here and see.
I may have got it right the first time. John Michael Terry. Wait a minute. Terry Michael John.
Doggone, there's a bunch of
John
we got
Terry,
a bunch of hyphen names.
Michael
Delarian Turner Yell, Brendan Radley Hiles. So
well, we're winning in that respect, aren't we?
yeah, we got a lot of hyphenated names. But I mean, took care of business, lined up, and just smacked Oklahoma State around for four quarters.
And really, it wasn't that close, I don't think.
No, and the thing that got me was, they scored 14 points in the fourth quarter, and they didn't they had a goal line stand in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Didn't let them get that junk touchdown, which I like. You just shouldn't give up a junk touchdown.
No, I hate
ever.
junk touchdowns.
It makes people look at it and go, huh.
Yeah.
Well,
Baylor got a junk touchdown too, so.
Yeah, and then Baylor walks in here, and I don't know what the crap happened in that game.
I don't either. I thought Baylor played a fantastic game. I mean, were we down? It was hard to tell. Some people, some of the, Scotty said, what did you think about Ramondre? It didn't look like he was really running hard. Well, it really doesn't look like Ramondre runs hard
Ever.
anytime, really. I mean, he's
Yeah.
just, but.
Well, we were their front four were whooping our front.
Offensive
bad.
line had a bad day.
Yeah. And see, I don't know. I tried to find it today, Rob. I don't know if Bedenbow was on the sidelines or if he was COVID'd up. But here's the other thing. They had that 2-week time off.
Yeah.
They only practiced like 5 times. It wasn't like they were all in quarantine for like 7 days.
Yeah,
most of the team. I mean,
I don't think there's an NCAA violation. I was out there Tuesday because when they're on the practice field on the second level south in the end zone, you can see all the practice.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if I stay in one spot, then I get asked to leave. So if I just walk back and forth, it looks inconspicuous. but they were in helmets and shoulder pads only. So I'm like, oh, they're not really hitting today. And Tuesday's really their big hitting day, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know if I like that or not. But
well, I know. I guess last week was the first time Monday of last week before the Baylor game. Monday was Lincoln said it's the first time he had seen the team in 5 days.
Wow.
So
that obviously took its toll on the Baylor game. Hopefully we don't have to go through that again. But I'm not hearing a lot of good things about this game at West Virginia.
What do you mean good things?
I'm hearing that West Virginia may cancel on us.
Honestly, I wouldn't care if they did.
Well, we need that game. I think we need it. We're still getting better. We need that game, I think. Now, a lot of people say, oh, no, they're already, But I think we need to get some stuff worked out on the offensive line.
Yeah. I mean, rolling into the Big 12 Championship, I agree with you. We need that 2 weeks off, I think, set us back a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, folks, everybody's all pumped up. Yeah, we're, the 6th straight Big 12 Championship appearance in the last 6 years.
Yep.
Iowa State is no joke right now.
No joke, man.
Zero jokes about Iowa State. Matt Campbell has gone, they lose that debacle the first game of the season. They lose a close one to Oklahoma State. But, man.
Oh, I thought they lost to Louisiana or something.
Yeah, who did I say?
Oklahoma State.
Well, they did lose to Oklahoma State. They lost to Louisiana, too, at the beginning of the year.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that. But
Wait, no, Louisiana State's their only loss. Isn't it?
Louisiana, no, they lost to Oklahoma State. I'm looking at the schedule right here.
I thought they only had one loss on the record. There you go.
God, Rob, arguing with me right here in front of everybody.
Well,
Are you married to me? Because that seems to be what my wife does every now and then. Is So, yeah, they lost to Oklahoma State 24-21 on October 24th. They lost 31-14 to Louisiana, but had a close one against Baylor. And then Kansas State, they beat 45-0, just manhandled.
Yeah, but you know what? I think Kansas State is just coming apart at the seams. I don't. I mean, that's a good whipping, but honestly, Kansas State's not the same team that played us here in Norman.
Yeah, and then West Virginia, they beat Texas 23-20 in the same fashion that Oklahoma beat them. Or the same fashion they beat Oklahoma is what I meant. It came from behind, scored a late touchdown, boom, won the game. And then last week, West Virginia just put an arse whooping on them 42-6. So Iowa State thinks they have championship blood in them this year. What do you think?
Now, did you just say West Virginia put a whooping on Iowa State?
No, Iowa State put a whooping on West Virginia.
I'm pretty sure you said it.
What are you?
I think you said it the other way around. That's okay. I knew what you meant. When you re-listen to it, you're going to go, yeah, Rob was right.
Yeah, I may put us on pause and re-listen to. Hold on a second. I wonder if I can even do that. We're going to pause the podcast for a second.
And when we come back, though, I need you to,
Okay. All right, damn it, you're right.
That's okay, Terry. A lot of people have
Iowa State put an arse whooping on West Virginia.
Right.
My bad.
Yeah, I thought I was in some other alternate dimension. I mean,
yeah.
I'm there.
But. It's kind of like the Oklahoma Sooners. We've been off for 2 weeks. We haven't done a podcast.
That's right. Hey, the Rona's got you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not on the top of my game right now. But the point is Iowa State is for real. Yeah. They think they have championship blood in them this year. Yeah. I mean, they popped off. What is it? It's a 5-star. It's when they beat Texas. What did they say? It's a 5-star. 5-star athletes were beaten by 5-star mentality, or for 5-star mentality over 5-star athletes. Something like that. Some type of.
I kind of like that saying, actually.
Yeah, because.
But everybody's beating Texas. So,
well, yeah.
I mean.
What is this? Well, is we know that Hermie. Well, we don't know if he's not going anywhere, but we do know that
Urban Meyer said he wasn't.
Yeah, Urban Meyer ain't going there.
Yeah.
I'm looking up Texas Longhorn football schedule.
Yeah.
So, and that guy, Texas is. I mean, it's been a literal dumpster fire for the last
train wreck.
They lost to TCU, the Sooners, and Iowa State.
And you know what? Last year, I think that we sat right in here and said Texas is, since they got the Texas Longhorn Network and they, put this whole conference in a backspin or whatever, they have not been good.
Yeah. And it's not that they've not been good. They just haven't been cohesive. You know what I mean? It's just like everything falls apart in Texas by about the third game. You're seeing everything falling apart. So, guess who Texas plays this weekend?
I don't know.
Oh, come on. Don't you remember when they beat Texas?
Texas Tech?
No.
Maryland?
No.
Kansas.
Good Lord, Rob.
Well, I mean, so many people have beaten Texas.
Well, that's true. That's fair.
That's
fair.
It's kind of a world of choices there.
The Kansas game on November 21st was postponed, and they got Texas to close out the season for. You can get tickets to that game for as low as $18, Rob.
Well, that'd be $18 too many.
Yeah, especially it's at Kansas.
You know what? About Texas, just for a minute. I like Erlinger, whatever her name is. I mean, his name is, but he's not a championship core. He's not going to win just a whole bunch of games for him. Yeah, he's got grit and moxie or whatever you want to call it, and he's a decent little player. But he's not, he's not Spencer Rattler. He's not Jalen Hurts. He's not Kyler Murray or Baker. He's not as good as any of those quarterbacks that I just named. And so how many years back does that go? Texas would be better if they had a good quarterback, and they just can't get one. Well, actually, they could. Bouchel, who went to SMU, is lighting people up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have kept Bouchel and put Erlinger on the bench. They might be pretty good.
But Erlinger's he's a better story.
Yeah, he's a good story.
Yeah. I guess, it's better for oh boy. Oh gosh, just went blank. Man, never mind.
Okay.
All right, guy.
Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah, McConaughey. Yeah. I guess he likes him, so that must have been the reason.
He likes Erlinger?
Yeah.
And
Haven't
he may
heard
come
him-
back next year.
He can.
I mean, he's not going pro, right?
Oh, they say he is.
What? He's not going pro.
What is that? The women's league football. What is that called?
the lingerie league.
Yeah, lingerie. It's not
Called
Champions.
Champions, yeah.
The Champions League.
Listen, I don't even think the Canadian Football League would take Erlinger.
What's the difference in Canadian football and American football?
Well, instead of saying hike, you say, "Eh." No. I'm sure it's good football. They're just undrafted kids that can play.
Yeah, wider field, and it's 110 yards in it. They have a 55-yard line instead of a 50.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know
Bigger
that.
end zone.
I'm sure at some point I've seen that, but I just don't.
The goalposts are at the old NFL goalposts at the front of the.
So you can run into them.
Yeah.
Well, that's strange.
I still think they should do that. It'd be fun to watch, don't you?
Well, we
think?
throw a lot of touchdowns in the middle of the end zone there.
and kind of,
throw it over the goalpost or off the goalpost.
Maybe you get an extra 2 points if you threw it over the goalpost and they catch it.
What if you catch it in the end zone and then dunk on the goalpost?
There
I
you
think
go.
that would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be 12 points.
Yeah.
So, but no, we're I don't know. I'm just not pumped. Honestly, Rob, I'm kind of become burnt out on football.
What?
COVID football.
Listen, I'm out. What are you talking about? I burn out on football.
COVID football.
Oh, COVID football. Yeah.
This season has just been terrible.
Well, I think you could just say COVID. I'm just tired of the whole.
Yeah.
Man, I can't stand wearing a mask. I'll be honest with you. I wear it because I want everybody else to feel safe. But
why don't you take it off while you're
I'd
in
take
here?
it off.
Why don't you take it off while you're in
Listen,
here?
I was born with this ugly mask, so you just shut your pirate hooker mouth.
Pirate hooker.
That's right.
And that was aggressive, Rob.
Yeah, them coming.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go back to Oklahoma State for a moment.
Okay. Go back to Oklahoma State.
So we pretty much shut down just about everything they wanted to do, and we covered their deep threats. I told you they were going to take their shots, and they did.
Yeah.
We had them covered. We shut down the running game for the most part.
They had 78 yards rushing.
78. That's shutting them down, isn't it?
2.8 yards per rush.
I think that's a pretty good job by that defense.
Yeah. Oklahoma had 191 yards rushing, 4.3 yards per rush. 168 yards passing. They were holy cow. They were 15 of 40 passing. Oklahoma State was.
Wow. So we just played, and I know we had a good game. We played well, but Terry, I think you agree with me on this. They came out like angry, like
mad.
Somebody called their mama something.
Yeah,
They didn't do that at Baylor.
Yeah,
I didn't see it anyway.
No, I think the in-state stuff, I think kind of
fueled the fire for them a little bit, didn't it?
They came out with definitely a different attitude, and Perkins really did. I mean, Perkins went out there
like it was personal.
Yeah, with intent to hurt people. I mean, everything he did was violent.
He's
even
a bad man.
Even when he drank water, it was just like
the water was apologizing, right? Uh-huh.
I mean, he was just in that mode, and they were talking about it on the coaches show last night. With the coach wasn't there, but the round table with Teddy and what's the guy? T-Row and who else? What's the offensive line? He's been on the podcast.
Gabe Eichert?
Yeah, Gabe Eichert. Come on, Rob. You're going to have to be.
Sorry, I was looking at Brady Manick's mustache. Dude, he has got to shave that and get a haircut. That's all I'm saying.
Is he a hippie? Is it
Oh,
beatnik?
yeah, it looks. It's like 1979 Larry Bird. I'm not even kidding you.
But Perkins, he has become what Oklahoma has needed for the last couple of years. That violent, angry leader on that field. That what he does, they follow.
But you know what? That whole defensive line is doing that.
Yeah, but they weren't really. They were playing really well. But when Perkins came in,
Oh yeah,
they all of a sudden got this attitude of, I'm going to stab you, and then I'm going to stab your mom, and I want to stab your dad. They're going
eat your babies.
Yeah, they're going Mike Tyson on them. I mean,
Right.
it's just like we're gonna put the hurt on you, every single play, and they do. Every single play, somebody is causing havoc in that backfield.
Well, 2 games in a row that we've held the other team under 100 yards rushing.
Yeah.
When is the last time we did that?
Yeah, and everybody said this game, and I agree with it, the defense put the team on their shoulders. When was the last time we said that?
Like, I want to say never, but obviously we've had some really good defenses in the past. But it's been a minute.
Well,
hasn't
it feels like forever.
It does feel like forever because we used to have a defense that you had no confidence, Terry. I know you agree with me on this.
Yes.
No confidence that we could stop anybody. Well, we could stop them on first and second down, but when it's 3rd and 18,
Yeah.
they're going to get a first down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that's not the way I feel about them right now.
Yeah. Well, it's like you said that it's, that video I've showed you, Steelers fan here, your Pittsburgh dad, he always does his little commentaries. He's like, do you know how you get first downs on the Steelers? Make it 3rd and 20. You'll get a first down. So
that's what our defense used to be,
yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah. You had no confidence. They were going to stop anything. We found out that Teddy and Gabe both feel like we do about the Texas Tech game and the other West Virginia game, with Baker and Mahomes going, throwing for 9 million yards each. Was the worst game ever.
Nightmares.
Ever. I don't care if we won
just
it.
Wide open.
It was horrible.
Well, and just like that Baylor game, we went into that prevent defense, and they were just moving the ball. I was like, come on, coach.
Yeah. But this is been gulping. If we didn't have 2 losses, 2 ridiculous losses.
Oh yeah, we'd be what, number 2 in the nation right now?
Yeah,
we'd be number 2.
I think so.
Yeah.
It would, and probably play in Texas again for the Big 12 Championship, because that would have given Iowa State 3 losses, but they'd have beaten Texas. No, we'd be playing Iowa State.
I don't even want to try and get into all that headache because that was a mess.
So what are your thoughts on the Big 10 going, okay, you don't have to play at least 6 games? Is
that what happened today? Because I knew it was going to.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I think it's crap, and this is why. Because we've had 4 more games than them.
Yep.
That's 4 games for us to take injury to I don't know. It's not fair because the season takes a toll on the body.
Right.
We're not as fresh. I don't think we have any injuries due to those 4 games, but we certainly could have.
Yeah.
And anybody else that has a shot at that, they're in that same boat. So I don't.
But here's the thing: they wouldn't let Nebraska take on another game.
Oh no.
So
is Ohio State going to get another game?
No.
Or they're just going to let them in?
They're just going to let them in with 5.
Oh, of course they are.
But the rules stated
money.
The rules. Yeah, it's all money. The rules stated, that their COVID rules, what you had to play at least 6 games to be in the conference. Well, the reasoning is even if they would have lost this game this weekend, they would still get in. So either or. I'm like, no.
I don't know about that.
No. See, here was my idea. I put it out on Twitter. People seem to like it. What the Big 12 needs to do, Rob, is to officially cancel all games prior to October 24th.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Hey, we're undefeated too.
Yeah, we're undefeated too. We officially, Big 12 says those games do not count towards the Big 12 title. Boom, we're undefeated. You got to readjust things. Everybody has to readjust things.
Well, it's not going to work out that way.
Yeah.
But even if we did that, because they want Ohio State in, because they're a big ticket blue blood team. I get it.
But if they get into the playoffs,
and they will,
I think it will flat out run the playoffs. There will be people.
What if they go undefeated through the playoffs and win it?
Oh, so they're a national champion with 7 wins, 8 wins.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
No. Not to everybody else that played
The
the full
thing is,
schedule.
would they have done the same thing had Indiana beat them?
No, they wouldn't have done that.
Nuh-uh. They'd have figured out a way to put Ohio State in.
Money.
I know. We've always said it is all money. And it's the same way I told you last night when we were sitting there when, what is Iowa State's now 7th?
Yeah.
Jumped up 7th. And I went, they've positioned Oklahoma that if things happen again, like they have the last 5 years, to get Oklahoma into it because they don't want Cincinnati in it. They don't want BYU. They damn sure don't want Coastal Carolina.
No, they certainly don't want Coastal Carolina.
So what's going to happen? Well, hey, Oklahoma, they beat they beat the team that beat them and that was ranked higher than them. That's going to give us brownie points. And the committee has already said that they took into consideration Oklahoma was not full speed in both of their losses.
Yeah.
They did not have their best running back and their best defender.
Best 2 players.
Right, best 2 players.
Best 2 players. You know what, though, Terry? I think they would have had more respect from me, which I'm sure they really care about, but they would have had more respect from me if they would have just come out and said, listen, that's a whole lot of money that we'd be passing by. We're going to allow this so that we can get in and so our conference can get this money.
Right.
Because we all know that's why.
Right. Everybody just say it.
Yeah, just say it. Just be honest. Bull crap.
Same thing they should have said when they kept Baylor or TCU out of the playoffs.
That's right.
We don't want them in it. They're not a named team. Ohio State's going to have the bigger draw.
Right.
And Ohio State appreciate it because they won the national title that year. It's all about money. Now, if there was nothing but Coastal Carolinas and UCF's undefeated, that'd be a whole different story. They wouldn't be able. But I guarantee you, if that ever happens, if those teams like that are undefeated, and you got Alabama, Oklahoma, Clemson, Ohio State with 1 loss, we'll all be ranked ahead of them. They're not going to let that happen.
Well, you can't play a cupcake schedule and expect to hold out a team like Alabama, who's played Georgia and LSU. Of course, LSU this year's not. They're not any good, but that SEC conference is a tough conference.
Yeah.
So if you go through that undefeated, you need to make it. Big 12 has been there. I don't know that we're there now, but the Big 12 was there. If you make it through the Big 12 conference and through the conference championship game, you deserve to be there because it's a tough conference.
Yeah.
Coastal Carolina is not playing in a tough conference.
Yeah.
So, and we've said this before about UCF and about Boise. If you want to play in the big game, then all your non-con games have got to be big.
Right.
And they're not. So.
Okay, Rob, this Sunday, the University of Oklahoma will be the only school with what?
With 7 national titles?
3 starting quarterbacks in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, and Jalen Hurts. Who's the better of the 3 quarterbacks?
Kyler Murray.
Ooh. Rob said Kyler's better than Baker.
And it's not close.
It's not close at all?
It's not close. Kyler is better than both of them.
You think so?
Absolutely.
What makes you say that, Rob? Do you not like Baylor? Do you not like Baker?
Baker? I'm a Baker hater now.
What has he done to make you mad?
It doesn't feel that good. Escalated quickly.
How can you say that?
How can I say that? Well, Kyler is just better. How about that? He's just better.
He's just better.
He's just better than both of them. Now, Jalen still has, we haven't seen a whole lot of him.
Yeah.
So he could turn into be the best one. But right now, Kyler is the better quarterback than all 3 of them.
Yeah. Do we get to claim Jalen as our quarterback in the NFL?
Absolutely.
Well, he came to Oklahoma to get drafted, and that's what happened.
Absolutely.
So,
if he'd have been in Alabama, he wouldn't have got drafted
because he wouldn't have played. He'd end up being a free agent.
Well, he probably would have got drafted, but he probably wouldn't have got drafted as high as he did.
Yeah. But Kyler Murray is a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield.
For sure.
Rob said it. I agree with it, but Rob doesn't like Baker for some reason, and we don't know why.
What are you doing? What are you trying to do here? Even the Baker lovers out there would, I think, agree.
You
with
are out of your ever-loving mind if
I'm
you think
telling
any of them would say
they
that.
will agree with that.
No.
Who are they? Let's name them and call them. Right now, if you had a team, who would you pick, Baker or KYLER?
Wow.
KYLER throws better. He scrambles better. He's more elusive. Tell me KYLER's not a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield.
So if you had to put a quarterback on your team, any OU quarterback you would put?
Out of every quarterback
Yeah.
ever?
Oh, out of these three, it'd be
Oh.
KYLER. But what about every quarterback ever?
KYLER would definitely be up there. But, Sam, I think Sam has the best had the best opportunity out of all the quarterbacks to be the best quarterback ever, and he just got put on a shitty team
Yeah.
with no offensive line. He ran for his life. He was hurt all the time. If he goes to a place like
Arizona, or during that time,
he probably could have done better. But if he would have went to a place that had, let's just talk about the '90s Cowboys and that offensive line. If he goes there.
Rob, I could play quarterback behind that
I'm just
line.
telling you, if Sam Bradford goes to the Cowboys with that offensive line, he breaks all kinds of records.
Yeah.
I think he was that good.
Yeah.
Now, through the ages, we typically have not been a passing team, so you couldn't really put a Charles Thompson or some of our other favorite quarterbacks from all
So
time.
should I name this podcast KYLER's better than Baker, period?
Let's see. If you want to send hate mail, send it to Terry Long at 5150.
At everybody knows how to jump into Rob's.
No, actually,
DMs.
nobody does.
Nobody does. You've been begging people to, and they
still don't have anybody, but that's okay. They're coming.
No, but I agree with you. I mean, if I wanted a better leader, if I wanted somebody to,
absolutely,
Baker. But the better quarterback is KYLER.
There's no doubt that Baker has turned into one heck of a football team leader.
Yeah.
But as far as quarterback skills,
he's playing. He is playing better. I'll give him that.
He's playing pretty good. Don't get me wrong. He's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say Baker's not a good quarterback.
He's just not as good as.
He's just not as good as KYLER.
And if it came down to a pick'em team and KYLER and Baker were the last two, you would make Baker go last. You would make him go to the other team.
For sure, I would. Listen, if KYLER gets out on the edge, no one out there is catching him. Baker's not going to make it to the edge. Okay, that's just a plain and simple truth.
Yeah. Well, and here's the other thing. Okay, Baker has he's learning it more and everything. He is the soundbite of the week.
He don't mind saying stuff to the media, does he?
And he's learning how to market himself, which, hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
He's a smart kid.
He's making dollar bills
That's
with
right.
endorsements and everything else. He's just smart enough to hold it back more than what he normally would, but he's just smart enough to say the right things to get that soundbite that everybody's going to talk about.
That's right. And he does get talked about, don't he?
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? I like that because then he goes out and he does everything that he can to back that up.
Yeah, true.
He plays hard. He leads well. He's a good quarterback. There's no doubt about that.
Just not as good as KYLER.
Just not as good as KYLER.
Yeah. Rob would pick KYLER before he would Baker. Y'all remember that. So, would you be okay if people wore KYLER jerseys to?
You mean Oklahoma KYLER or Arizona KYLER?
Arizona KYLER.
Well, it is red and white.
It's cardinal red, though.
Yeah, it is a little bit
It's
different
not,
red.
Yeah.
I just think.
I mean, remember what happened when Jalen wore the Alabama socks, which I don't think that they weren't Alabama socks, but they were just a different color red. What the crap?
I mean, I don't have a problem with people wearing jerseys. Like I know a lot of the talk show hosts or whatever, they kind of make fun of guys our age wearing jerseys. I don't have a problem with that, but I just feel like that everybody should wear red. Like, don't walk in with some yellow. I don't care if it does say Nike or Reebok or whatever. Walk in with some red.
Red on, yeah. Home games, it should always be red.
Like the whole stands everywhere should be red. And I don't got a problem with people wearing white, but I think that they should say, hey, wear your red shirt first game your white shirt, the second game,
Yeah.
or whatever. I think it's just
wear white pants. That's
it
what
would
I
be
do.
intimidating. I think if you walked into a stadium and everybody had red on.
Yeah.
But you can look through our stands, especially when it's cold, because everybody's wearing, the girls are wearing pink coats, and I guess the guys are too now. But I'm sorry about that. Anyway,
but so tell us about the game experience, behind the scenes game experience so far, Rob, with you with COVID. How much different is it running things back there with 25% capacity, and as opposed to 100%, or come on, let's face it, 115% capacity?
yeah. Well, for me, paperwork is paperwork, so it doesn't matter if you're if you're serving 25,000 versus 90,000 or whatever it is. Paperwork's all the same for me, but there was a huge difference in the Oklahoma State game and every other game, because apparently they're not really checking to see if you got a ticket or not. People are just walking in. And so at the Oklahoma State game, we've said this before, there was closer to 50,000 than there was 25,000. I promise you.
You're really. It certainly looked that way on TV.
So, it just depends on the time of the game. Like this last game, nobody ate anything because they had already eaten before they came.
Yeah.
But they drank a lot of beer. So, it's different. But
didn't you say you had to make a beer run for the Oklahoma State game?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I certainly did.
What's a beer run like for 50,000 people?
So, I have a gator.
Yeah.
Right? It's my gator. My name's on it.
Your name's on it.
So I have a 6-wheel John Deere Gator that we park outside the stadium just in case we got to do something crazy.
Yeah.
And before halftime was over, they were like, "Hey, we're getting ready to run out of beer." Now, if you run out of beer, somebody loses their job. Now, it's not me. Okay, that ain't on me. But I am the guy that they're like, "Hey, Rob, we're getting ready to run out of beer. You better do something."
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So I run out and I jump on this gator. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be telling this or not, but oh well.
Nobody listens to us. So.
Yeah. The two people that are listening, don't tell, okay? Just between us.
Yeah.
So I run out there and I jump on my gator, and I have to drive down to Campus Corner, O'Connell's. At Campus Corner, Budweiser parks a truck down there. So that O'Connell's is, and I walk up, pull up, and I'm like, "Hey, whose beer is this?" "Well, it belongs to O'Connell's." I said, "Not anymore."
So
like,
you just hijack beer from.
So I back up there and I load that thing with 50 cases of beer.
So you steal 50 cases of beer,
And I drive it back to the stadium. My guys unload it all. I drive back and I load it again. So
now is it 50 cases, 24 packs, or is it 50 cases of cases? You know what I mean?
No, it's just 24 packs.
24 packs,
Yeah.
okay.
So, and it's a mad dash.
Yeah.
Like, you got to get there. You got to get there quick. So, like, I'm running stoplights. I mean, I ain't, my little gator's pretty quick, actually. So
if you get pulled over, you just tell them, "Hey, I'm getting beer for the stadium. Back off."
now what's funny is this is the second game that we've had to do that. So the first game was,
When at the first game of the season, Missouri State?
yeah, maybe. So I have a sticker from OU on there that allows me in and out of the gate. Well, I didn't know that. Right? Because the police are like, "Hell no. We ain't putting this, that thing that goes up and down. They have a little remote control. And if you try and pull up there from the outside, you're probably going to get thrown up against the car, and you just don't do it, right?
Right.
So if you're inside, you're not getting out. But since I'm on a gator, right, I can go up on the curb, and I am driving all through the grass, through campus. Please don't fire me for that, because I didn't think I could get out of that police barricade.
Nah.
And so I am just literally all over the place, just trying to get to Campus Corner. It was hilarious. When I came back, they got barricades set up everywhere, so they don't want you driving on the sidewalks and stuff. So I found myself actually on the west side, which I'm supposed to be on the east. That's how I unload. And they're calling me like, "Where are you at?" Well, the barricades pushed me around to the west side of the stadium, so I got to go on the street all the way around into the dock. And they were like, "Why didn't you just go through the barricades?" I'm like, "I can't go through the barricade. I'll get pistol whipped."
Yeah, because they're barricades.
Right? And they're like, "No, you got your tag. We'll let you go through." These are OU people.
Oh.
And I'm like, "Oh, that's why the tag's on there."
Stupid.
So second trip, I drove up there and put the little thing down. I just drove right down Jenkins to Boyd. Ran that stoplight.
They didn't ask you questions. They just lowered it as
nope,
you were.
They just lowered it.
Like the king
they
driving
see me
up
coming. They see the tag. They let me go.
Well, but who's going to be driving a Gator down those streets anyway?
Right. And so when I'm coming back, with 50 cases of beer, they're like, "Hey, where you go?" I'm like, "Sorry, man. You don't want this beer. It's like $9 a pop or something, whatever it is."
So you feel like there was more than 25,000 at the OSU game?
Oh, feel like I didn't count them, but yeah, there was more than 25,000 there. Oh, also Sooner Lisa.
Oh,
I tried to go get her cut out
oh.
right after the game was over. So I'm just ambling across the field, right? Because I can do that. And I walk over there, and I see the security guards, but I went in the middle of them. They're like on the ends. They're not letting people go down that row. And so I just hopped over the wall, and I started trying to get to it. Now they got them tied down there, like I was gonna pull out my pocket knife, and I'm still not sure I could got it. And they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, I'm taking this chick with me." He's like, No, we can't let those go. They don't want anybody touching them. I'm like, "Listen, I'm gonna take this one. All right, you're gonna have to call the cops." He's like, "Okay," and I'm like, "No, I'm joking. I'm leaving." Anyway, so I wasn't able to get her cut out.
Yeah, but you almost got arrested trying.
Almost got pistol whipped for you, Sooner Lisa.
Oh, see, so he tried, Lisa.
So I didn't check today to see if they were still up or if they had started taking them down. But I'm gonna try and keep an eye on those. Yeah. So when they do take them down, I can go and do things to her. I mean, get her cut out for her.
Yep. Yeah. I know you already know this, Rob, but I want to share it with everybody. Guess what I'm doing tomorrow?
Playing golf at the Jimmy.
I'm playing at the Jimmy. I'm pretty excited.
You taking plenty of golf balls?
Should I play the championship tees?
Absolutely. Yeah, don't be a sissy. Don't be a sissy, Terry. Play the blacks.
I was thinking I should play, don't you? They have the members tees. Shouldn't I play from where the members play?
Honestly, it's been so long since I've been out there. I can't recall.
Well, they have like 9 tee boxes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Seriously. I mean, I was looking at it today because I was looking at the course because it's like, what? A 300-yard par 3? I don't have that club in my bag.
Wow. I got a golf cart, though. You drive up there and throw it on the damn green.
So, but I was looking at their tee boxes. They have championship and then one, and then what's it called? It's like a.
So I know they have a collegiate tee where they, where when the golf teams, that's where they play from. That might be the tips. I can't recall, but.
Well, they call them something else, and I was like, "What the heck is that?" And it's basically, you're not good enough. It's like an in between. It'd be like at our course at the links, we got the blacks and the whites. Well, there's a one that's in between those.
So they got black, blue, and then white.
Right,
probably.
but they got like 6 of them. I mean, they've got championship, senior, members. So I'm trying to figure out what tee box.
You probably need to play whatever Gene's playing. Huh?
Yeah, probably. Or it didn't say ladies' tees, so it said seniors' tees. So maybe
seniors, ladies, the same.
I guess. I'm not going to say that though. I don't want to get everybody mad at us, but yeah, I'm pretty excited. Never have played out there before. Gene gave me the invite, so he's playing, and
I told you I played in a tournament out there. I got outdrove by a girl. Got outdrove by a girl. Now,
a girl or a woman?
No, she was maybe 20.
Okay.
But, it was the par 5 on the back, and it was the long drive hole. And I got into one pretty good. I was like, ooh, that's got a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And so I moved you get to move the little card.
Yeah.
I wrote my name on it. The team right behind me was girls. And she outdrove me by about 8 yards and moved that thing. And then she rubbed it in my face when we got into the clubhouse.
Oh, she smack talked you, did she?
Now, listen, I want you to understand something, though. They were going from the red.
Oh, so
and it was 150 yards.
Did you bring that
difference.
up? Did you bring that up?
I didn't say a word.
Why not?
She could have whooped me.
Could you?
She was a hoss now. She was good. She was thick. No, I didn't say anything to her, and she didn't rub it in that hard. But I did want to say, well, I mean, your tee box was 150 yards in front of mine.
You could, if you'd have hit from where I did, you'd have been 150 yards behind me, babe.
Well, I mean, somewhere in that area.
Somewhere in it.
She still won the thing anyway.
That's just not fair.
I don't. Yeah, because I was hitting pretty good. I mean, pretty long back then, but. It is what it is. I didn't care a whole lot. She may have been actually on the golf team there. I don't know.
So did you win the golf tournament?
It was a while back. Oh God, no.
Was it a scramble or
it
was
was a scramble?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got smoked.
Got smoked.
Mm-hmm.
Do you trust scramble scoring?
No, God, no. I certainly do not.
Yeah, because a lot of those folks out playing scrambles when they get that 12-pack in them, or that like the guys down in Sulphur we playing when they got half a bottle of Fireball in them.
Now they felt kind of sorry for us, Terry. You remember we were kind of spraying it all over the course. I had a bad front nine, you had a bad back nine, and they were just like, "Oh, a 20-foot putt, pick that up. That's good." Okay. So
that's a gimme.
Yeah.
Most of my putts are gimmies anyway.
Yeah.
But I tell you, our course, the links has been the greens. Are just they are glass right now. It is driving me insane.
They call me Tiger Mickelson.
Tiger Mickelson.
You see me putting last time out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know what. Well, and you'd have to know Robbie. You'd have to see his face every time he sank a putt. He looked at me like a kid, going, "Did you see that?" I mean,
I sank at least 6 20-footers and over, didn't I?
Yeah, it was constant. Your putter was hot, but the rest of the clubs in your bag were
so.
Yeah, a little bit wilted. But and I've been just the opposite. I've been hitting everything out of the bag good, but
can't putt.
Can't putt. I can chip, but they don't stay on the greens. I mean, literally rolls all the way across the green. So I know that you've told me that the Jimmy's greens are like putting on concrete.
Yes, they're quick. In fact, they're the fastest greens I ever played on.
Yeah. So that ought to be interesting.
But in that defense, I haven't played on a lot of good courses. So, I played Belmar, and those greens were really fast, but I don't think they were as fast as they were at the Jimmy.
Yeah.
But
our greens are pretty fast.
They're pretty quick.
But out there, right now, like I said, nothing I hit really holds the green unless I land it in front and let it roll up. But if I land it on the green, it's more likely.
So it's like a European course.
Yeah.
Like St. Andrews.
Yeah.
You can't hit the greens or you won't hold them. So.
Yeah. So just lay it up there short and hope it rolls up or chip it up. But I bet you people get tired of us talking about golf. What do you think?
Not the golfers.
Not the golfers. That's true.
Yep. If you ever want to come play golf with me and Terry, come on.
Come on. Yeah, just hit us up. We play I'm worried about this weekend though.
You gotta let us win though.
Yeah,
you can't come back.
I'm gonna play tomorrow. I was gonna play Friday, but it looks like Friday is gonna be kind of nasty in the morning.
You got a high chance of rain, I think.
Yeah, and then Saturday I'm not gonna play because of the game, and Sunday it's talking about snow in the morning.
Wow.
So I make this. The Jimmy is all I get in this week. Why do you have glitter on your beard?
Well, that's what happens when you go. Do I have glitter on my beard?
Yeah, you just turn and you got like 2 or 3 sparkles of glitter on your stash.
That's how I roll, Terry. That's how I roll.
It's weird looking at you. Turn your head. You're in the light to where the glitter is glistening.
I probably got it from your place.
No, it ain't my place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, glitter beard Rob.
It's because I'm sexy.
Oh, you're just supposed to put dollar bills in, Rob. You're not supposed to.
I'm not supposed to rub up against the glitter paint or whatever's going on.
You got to pay extra for that, don't you?
Boy.
But anyway, what else we want to talk about, Rob?
There was something else I want to talk about. What was it? I think we covered it. I wanted to talk about that Ohio State debacle, but I think we covered that.
Oh, Shane Beamer's gone?
Shane Beamer's gone?
Yeah.
That's good.
Gamecocks? What's a gamecock?
It's a bird of some sort.
Who sat down and went, I want to name our team? I know it's a chicken or it's a fighting rooster. but still, it's kind of a weird name. Maybe.
Well, I mean, how many times have you been scared of a chicken?
Well, I've been chased by roosters. So, have you ever been chased by a rooster?
No, because I will. I'll field goal the rooster right quick and in a hurry.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, when I was a kid, them roosters, they come after you, boy.
Oh, yeah, they will.
But I guess, the last part of Gamecocks doesn't have the meaning that it does now, so that's probably why it never, it's one of those names I don't understand. We've talked about it before. Football teams with names or sports teams that, it just doesn't make any sense what their names are.
Right. Like Tiger or War Eagle.
Yeah.
Still don't know what that
yeah,
was.
Auburn, Tiger, War Eagle.
Or Elephant or Crimson Tide. What is a Crimson Tide?
It's a red tide.
Like the soap?
No.
I'm just saying.
The tides, when they come in Alabama, they're red.
Right.
At sundown.
Okay.
I see all the ladies out there, the Alabama fans. I knew that because I've been in Alabama when the sun's going down, and it is the water. It's like blood red.
Huh. Well, there you go.
Yeah. From all the elephants they kill in Alabama. No, but
and I mean, we can make fun of all of them, like LSU. Have you ever seen a purple tiger?
Yeah, purple and yellow tiger.
No, I think not LSU.
I did find out why they are purple though and yellow. It's the Mardi Gras theme. All the schools in the states have a Mardi Gras theme.
Yeah, somebody told us that. I can't remember.
What other teams? The Missouri Tigers are black and
gold.
Gold. That's not and how many tigers are in Missouri? I guess Jayhawks is a good name. I don't know if there's any Wildcats in Kansas State. Nebraska's got an epic name, Cornhuskers.
Cornhusker. Used to be Bug Eater.
Bug Eater.
So, I mean, I get it why you changed it. But.
I still don't know why USC named themselves after a condom, but and here's another. I was watching the Washington game the other day. Okay, the Washington Huskies.
The Huskies.
Okay. When you see the term "Go Dogs" and it's spelled DAWGS, what comes to mind?
Happy Gilmore, not Happy Gilmore.
It's a dog.
The Mud Dogs.
Yeah.
From Southeast Louisiana State, whatever.
Yeah, but my point is, you think of a dog. Is a husky a dog?
Yep.
But it's not that type of dog. You know what I mean? The DAWG dog.
Right.
You follow? It's not like a pit bull. When you see a DAWG, you think of a husky. You think of this fluffy thing pulling a sleigh, don't you? Or is that what they pull? What is it?
I think they could probably be mean, but they're so cute. I mean, I
know, but they're not DAWG.
Right. Okay.
Do you follow me?
Yeah, I can go with you on that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I just thought on the back of their helmets it said "Go Dogs" or "Dogs," and I'm like, husky's not a DAWG. It's a DOG. It's a pretty puppy.
Yeah, they could be the Baby Yodas.
The Baby
right? Because Baby Yoda is so cute.
I guess you're into that Mandalorian.
Yeah, I like it. I'm a Star Wars nut. So.
I started watching last night. Your Honor. It's the new Bryan Cranston series on Showtime. Its first one was really good.
Okay,
really, really, really good.
Check that out.
But
yeah, I know you're not into the Mandalorian. You're not really a big Star Wars fan either. So
no, I went and saw them. And that's about it.
About it.
It doesn't make sense to me. I wasn't. I was like everybody else when they came out when we were kids. I wanted to go see them.
Yeah.
I didn't go see them 42 times.
Yep.
But it really didn't make sense to me that Star Wars, the fourth Star Wars was the first Star Wars. Mm-hmm. And then I guess the fifth Star Wars was the third and a half star. I don't know. They all of a sudden they did them out of order.
Yeah, he did that for a reason. It all come down to, he was running out of money, so he thought he'd put that one out because it had more action and stuff in it. But that was the first movie I ever seen, and it was also the first time I was ever at a theater when Star Wars came out. So since that time, I've been a big, huge Star Wars fan, so I really like The Mandalorian.
Yeah, Teresa and Caleb and my kids like it. Yeah, I just never have watched it.
Starting to introduce some Jedi and some stuff in there, so if you're a Star Wars fan, You should be watching that. Plus Baby Yoda. I mean, come on.
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. He's too cute.
Well, no, Caleb said something. That's not his name, though, is it?
No, his name is Grogu.
So why do they call him Yoda?
They don't. I do. Because he looks like Yoda.
No, so it's not Yoda.
It's not Yoda. No. In fact, it may be Yoda's offspring.
Oh, my God. See, no. Why couldn't they just make it
can you
Baby
picture
Yoda?
Yoda getting busy, right? You're like, how did that work? I don't know.
Yeah, see that. I mean, I get it. I mean, if people are into it, I watched one of them and they were Teresa. It seemed all right. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just not something
It's
that
all right. If you're a Star Wars fan, you'll like it more. But if you're not, it's probably just all right.
Yeah.
But that chick in there, what's her name? She was a wrestler. Or
Oh
whatever?
no, the UFC.
She's kind of attractive.
Yeah, she's a big old thick, but good thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, what is her? Gina Serrano.
That's it.
Swing.
Oh, Terry likes her too, huh? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, because she was in. She's been in a couple of movies. She was. Oh, what was the one? God, Wade, the guy with the swords and the red and black. God, man, I'm blank.
Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool. She was in Deadpool.
Yeah.
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 I think she was in one of the Expendables, I think.
I don't know.
But yeah, she's major league.
Yeah, I don't typically remember, who's in what and where and all that stuff, but yeah, every now and then I get lucky.
Yeah, she keeps popping up in Mandalorian, and you're kind of like, hey,
girl, what's your name is?
All right, predictions for this weekend. Oklahoma going to go up there and roll the Mountaineers.
Man, I don't know. I mean, if we play offense like we played Saturday, I don't know. It could be another close game. It just depends on. We've been Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for a while, so except for against Oklahoma State.
Yeah,
we were all. Which one's the mean one? Mr. Hyde, right?
Yeah, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, we were all Mr. Hyde for Oklahoma State.
Yeah,
but I think hopefully they'll get motivated to play because we're already in the Big 12 Championship. We're in, win or lose, right?
Yep.
So you would think that some of the motivation or some of the shine would come off of that game because,
yeah,
we're already in, so what does it matter? So hopefully they find some motivation to go up there and play well. Defensively, I don't think West Virginia's got – I know that they've got some pretty good offense, but I don't think they're going to put up more than, 24 points on us. And hopefully not even that much.
Yeah.
And if our offense just plays mediocre, we can put up that on them because defensively they're not that great.
Yeah. Our
so
streak
we'll see.
Our streak of a whole bunch of 28-point games. Yeah, is done. Now we have like 60 27-point games.
Yeah.
So that record didn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is. Yeah, I think we go up there, handle business. I'm honestly concerned about the Big 12 championship game, and we'll talk about it more next week. But
Iowa State's playing really good football.
Yeah. But that's the podcast. Remember, go order you a T-shirt and one of Toby's books at www.unhitchthewagons.com. Great Christmas gifts, great stocking stuffers, and all that stuff. But we'll see you next time. Boomer up.
Boomer Terry.